running an agency can be stressful. You have a lot of people, a lot of mouths to feed. And I have to be on point, or else like there's a lot of people that might not be able to feed their families if I fire them. That you can consider that stress, but I know beyond a shadow of a doubt I will never lose because I have all the right people and I'll never quit. The second that you start taking full accountability of everything, that's when your entire life is going to change.
Today's episode, we got Mr. Mina Elias all the way from Los Angeles flying in for this one. Mina runs one of the most reputable Amazon PPC advertising agencies in the entire world at this point, and he's done it just in a matter of a few years, and he's going to walk us through exactly how he even got that done.
Yeah, Mina is just such an awesome guy. He actually spoke at Agency Founders this year. We got to really connect, and it's just been so fun getting to meet him, hang out with him. He's a great guy, super smart entrepreneur, and just really cool to hear his story and all the ins and outs of everything. And we definitely have to have him back for round 2 because we could talk with Mina for hours. Like, I feel like we had to cut it off, but we could have gone for like easily another hour and a half, 2 hours. So excited to have Mina back on the podcast. I'm sure he'll join at some point again. But yeah, you guys are in for a treat. So everyone enjoy the episode.
Dude, thank you for showing up. I know we're hanging out this weekend, so it's beyond the podcast, but you flew in from California. Or were you guys somewhere else?
Yeah, LA, yeah.
Yeah, you were from LA. Thank you. What's your name? Tell everyone for us real quick. Introduce yourself. What do you do? Give us a little background. And then I want to jump to like back in your background, specific stuff when you lived overseas.
Okay. You're going to have to tell me how much background. I can, because I can go.
What do you do now? Just like give me,
cool.
Don't give me background. Give me current.
Yeah.
Like
current.
Yeah.
So Mina Elias, founder of Trivium Group, which is an Amazon advertising agency. Started in Amazon 2018, had a supplement brand, MMA Nutrition. I started out of a passion for supplements. Didn't know anything about e-commerce or selling or making money. I just was a really good engineer and scaled that brand like very difficultly by making a lot of mistakes and all this shit. And then in 2021, I started the agency out of like a huge demand for me to offer the service.
Mm-hmm. Like people were like, "You're killing it. How do I start killing it? Can you just do it for me?
Can you do it for me?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I don't want to deal with clients. I want to have $100 million supplement brand, that kind of shit." And then
makes sense.
Yeah,
the mentality.
Yeah, but obviously, like,
then you realize it's not as.
I'm like, bro, like I have literally everything stacked for me in terms of like having an Amazon agency. I was one of the biggest influencers in the space for like Amazon, Amazon people. I was beating all the other agencies in terms of like service and performance. I had like lead flow, like tons of people hitting me up without me. I never even said I didn't have an agency. They were like, "Yo, I know you have a brand. Like, can you do it for me?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm focused on my shit." I would consult them for like, I thought, charging $350 an hour, I was a fucking baller.
I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah. But now it's like,
obviously,
thinking back, I'm like, shit, I should have just done this. So that's who I am now. We have 100. I checked the numbers this
like, I get mad at Andrew for this, by the way.
What?
Because like, he does a lot of calls for free for people.
Mm.
And I'm like, you could be ripping fucking.
I think the hard thing for me,
a few extra grand a month. It's like, I get it. It's a sacrifice between networking and getting your money.
It's also kind of like a friend level too, because it always starts off with like the first call. It's like, is this the audit?
The
You
free
know what I
audit?
mean? Is this the free audit? And then if we want to keep doing these calls, like now I'm gonna like suggest the fact that this is my professional advice, not just as a friend.
No. It's you do the opposite.
Okay. So the first one, it's like,
bro, I save 40 or 50 hours a month probably. No, probably 30 to 40 hours a month of calls with people by charging time.
That's what I do. That's how I do it. Like when I was charging 350, it was too many. So I'm like 500, too many. 750, too many. 1,000, okay, cool. I'm doing like one a week, enough. I don't need to do more, sort of thing. Versus like to make the same amount of money. What is that? Like 3 a week.
From what? From 350?
Yeah.
I mean, but even 100s for most people is a lot per hour if you think about it. You know what I mean? It's more than the hour. That's what people don't realize. There's like more.
And for me, it's also kind of a level of like with some of these people, I'm like, oh, they're my friend, whatever. It's like, how low is it to be like, is it just kind of annoying at that point? Like someone's like, yeah, fuck, sure, I'll give you $100. I don't care. You know,
100's like nothing.
Exactly. Like that's too low. But then where is the threshold of like
you bro should not be charging less than like $500 to $1,000 an hour. I always tell you this. Like no less. Do you understand
Yeah.
how much
No,
value
I
you have
agree.
to anyone's business just by talking to them for 30 minutes?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
You'll filter out like half of them
My
by
average-
having a ticket.
my
Yeah.
average hour, not total hour, but like consulting time hour last year was like $2,900 or something like that
Yeah, that's
per
sick.
hour. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Times like probably 100 hours.
Literally.
Like,
People actually probably don't know how much consulting you do.
Bro, why do
like-
you do consulting? This is one thing also I don't understand. Like
bro, it's the
I know we talked about it a little bit. Like
I think it's like why Mr. Beast does his other channels in addition to his main channel. Because like for you, it's like 4Media is like the main thing, but then on the side, it's like if I can do this and I'll make like really solid money, like I'll do it. It's kind of fun.
I don't take away from my hours at 4Media. If I do a consulting call during my work hours, like this is how honest I am with the company, I'll put in like 2 at night to like make sure like I did at least that many hours. Cause like I know it's about production, but like if you're producing, there's a huge difference between 8 hours and 6. If you're producing, like give me 2 hours on someone else every day for a fucking month, I'm fucking raping them, whatever we're doing, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care if I suck at golf and they're good. Give me 2 more hours every day. I'm gonna fucking end up better than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. So I never sacrifice that. So it's never as a distraction. I guess transparently, I never take more than 3 clients at a time. I never talk to 3 other people at once, if that makes sense. Like I have Agency Founders Accelerator. That I don't count because that's like a group.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
That's
That's
group.
one call in and of itself.
Yeah.
It's but no.
And Ashton is helping us.
That
Yeah,
community,
yeah.
I mean, but
And the values in the community.
the value, bro. We're like, I mean, I don't know if you're getting value. You seem like you are.
Insane value.
Yeah,
Insane.
I'm like, what the fuck? Who's
Yeah.
talking about this shit, bro? But like, here's the thing: a lot of other groups are diluted by other things. It's like a group.
Hidden agenda. It's always a fucking hidden agenda, bro.
Yeah, I meant the one call a week was saying for your time. Like as far as
it's way more.
Yeah.
Do you know how many hours we have to
Yeah,
put
you
to
have to
prep
prep.
for
Yeah.
these calls,
Yeah.
bro? We're actually like really caring. You know, we're like, okay, like we're planned out 2 weeks ahead. We're like making sure me and Ashton have a shared slide. We're always contributing together all week up to
That's
it.
sick.
You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to sit here and waste people's time, bro. I want everyone to show up for 60 to 90 minutes and be like, that was valuable. I'm showing up again. You know what I mean? And if
Yeah.
I'm not showing up, I'm gonna find the time to catch up at some point. You know
That's
what I mean?
sick.
So, anyways, I never take more than 3 people. So I never have more than 3 hours a week of calls, but I have my ongoing consulting clients in WhatsApp groups.
Nice.
So like their entire company and team, like C-level, everyone, C-level and my marketing team is all in a group. You know what I mean? So it's like fun.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, fuck, we have this problem. We can't do this. I'm like, okay, we need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do this. And I'm not responsible for keeping them accountable. We show up next. I mean, don't get me wrong. I set up ClickUp boards. I check in. I'm like, hey, did you get that thing done? If I need to make sure something gets done. But like, generally, they're being managed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just telling the C team how to approach it. If they're not doing it, that's on them.
Yeah.
I carry no responsibility. And I'll tell you, like,
And you're bringing real value to that conversation.
bro, in the situations that I'm put in,
yeah.
because of the experience, not just from our company, from other people's companies that we work into, I'm usually right like 90% of the time. Like in other people's businesses. You know what I mean? Like I'll say something and it will work. Not like I'll say something and like the 1 out of 10 isn't like, fuck, we lost so much money. It's like, damn, that didn't really work like we thought it was. We should probably try something else. You know what I mean? Like 9 out of 10 just because of experience, I'm able to do that. So the value is like stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
the relationship that's built, I only do it with high level companies, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here and first of all, no one's paying me. I charge $20K a month for hourly call
Once a week,
plus
yeah.
WhatsApp group. Okay. And it's 6 months minimum. Cause that's like, bro, if I'm actually going to turn this fucking ship, build a marketing team properly, all the shit that you're hiring me to do, I'm not going to do it in a month. Like, let's not kid ourselves. That is fun. And to make $60K a month for that
Yeah.
of
nice.
net, that's retard. I don't know, bro. I know we're washed because we see all these people doing millions of dollars. That's a amount of take home for that. But I'm bringing so much more value to these guys. You know what I mean? But I never take more than 3 because of that, because it dilutes the value I'm actually going to be able to bring. or I won't do a good job for them. One of the two.
Yeah, I also look at it as, but I can build like a 60K MRR in my business with the same amount of time and resources.
No way.
I
Net MRR net. How much?
Net.
How much actual MRR do you need to do?
probably like 120.
150, bro. Let's be honest.
150.
You have to do 150.
150.
What's easier, to add 150K of recurring revenue to your business, or to get on?
And valuation
But here's the thing, it's not one or the other.
Yeah,
There's no way, bro. Those 3 hours are gonna contribute that much.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I'm not saying I'm not 100% against it. I'm just saying like that's how I've thought about it too. Is like, because I come from from 2018 till 2021 when I started the agency, I was like, I had a brand, I had a course, I consulted, I had another brand, I partnered with this guy.
Yeah, I'm with
you.
I
have PTSD.
It's a massive distraction.
I have PTSD from like.
I agree, but I'm not doing
shit.
that.
Yeah,
I'm not
I know.
depending on anyone, and I'm not trying to build anything with anyone.
Yeah. It's
I'm talking for 3 more hours a week than I normally would. That's you get what I'm saying? Like there's no like actual. I mean, there is. Don't get me wrong. I'm doing shit for them, but I'm not like building an ad campaign.
It's all stuff you already know.
Exactly.
It's advice.
It's advice. Yeah, for 3 a week. To me, it's not a distraction. To me, it builds my business knowledge more. It actually helps my company. I'm looking at other people's companies that are doing $15-20 million a year, and I'm understanding what they're doing wrong and what they're doing correct. And we're having open relationships. Everything's being shared. We're both signing NDAs.
They're getting access to Eddie ChatGPT.
Yeah, but think about the experience I'm also getting. I'm also consulting a $20 million
They're training the
company.
model.
I'm like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know you did that. You know what I mean? Like,
you can always learn.
Yeah.
For
And
sure.
so that's how I look at it. I think
sick.
it's both. And anyways, I understand how it could be a distraction, but for me, the money and it's all positivity. I'm not stressed by it.
Yeah.
Never creates problems. The people I'm dealing with are like very direct and honest people. If we feel like we're underperforming, we'll have a conversation about it, and then we'll agree what the pivots are. Like, it's like very mature shit. You know what I mean? But anyways, how the fuck do we get on this tangent?
I don't know, because we're talking about how I was consulting and not doing agency shit. Anyways.
Yes, exactly. You weren't charging for your time.
Yeah.
But it's important.
Yeah. No. I
Again,
was.
you can select who to not charge for your time, but like in general, like so many people hit you up. Hey, yo, can I ask for some advice on like how I should start a podcast or how should I do it? Bro, why the fuck wouldn't you pay $1,000 to have all the answers?
Bro, there's also something that I think, so Trivium Tribe solved this, right? Where basically I mean on all social channels, I'm constantly getting questions. So someone will hit me up, yo, I have a question. I'll be like, cool, like send me and I'll voice note you. They send me the question, I voice note. They send another question, it's like, listen, bro, I'm like 1,000 people are doing this to me every day. Here's Trivium Tribe, $200 a month. Me and my whole team is in there. Ask any question you want, get an answer, right? Yeah. And then I can leverage other people's time because 99% of the time they've answered it. And that was a huge filter and makes money.
That's
so
sick.
I don't know. It's an idea.
No, it's really smart.
Yeah,
it's really smart. It actually makes a lot of sense. So the dude we had Will on this podcast. He sells a $10 product, and he has a $50K a month recurring revenue from it.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Fucking crazy. So, like, I agree. A $200 product, who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, we have agency secret letters. It's the same. It's a $100 product, $150 product, depending where you live. Like,
and dude, and it's a ton of value. I mean,
if you actually read them, there's no way it doesn't make you more than $100 a month.
Yeah.
If you own an
you just
agency,
don't do it. If you throw it in the trash. If you read it and throw it in the trash, don't do shit. Okay,
if you read page 1 and throw it away, you should have enough to like make more than $100. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
But I seek knowledge different than most people.
Yeah.
I seek knowledge like I know when I'm overpaying for some knowledge sometimes, but I know the leverage I have on that knowledge is enough to outweigh me overpaying it, if that makes sense. So like, for example, if I pay someone like $20K for a day with them and I don't get much out of it, but he said like one sentence that was enough, I won't focus that I didn't get $20K out of it. I'll be like, I think if I use this sentence properly as advice, it's enough to make way more than the $20K.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I find a way.
Yeah.
To even if it's like over justified, but just because I do that mentally, I think it caused me to take action.
Yeah.
Because I have to justify it. You know what I mean?
And it's also focusing on the positive, not finding all the reasons why it's not worth it.
Even though it wasn't worth it technically.
Yeah, and I think we're all predisposed to like finding why it's not worth it. This is, I think, also the Amazon shopper mindset. When you're shopping for a product, you find all the reasons not to buy a product, and you end up buying the one that has the least.
Interesting.
That's how it actually works.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Like you look at a description, you're like, oh, this one doesn't have
This thing. I'm not sure
Let
about
me find
that
one
thing.
that has this thing.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure this is made in America, not China. Disqualify. It's a disqualification process. Yeah. So I think we're programmed to think like that.
That's fair. I guess Amazon broad search is like that, right? They're just looking for something new. Black leggings. World War III on that keyword, bro, for sure.
I'm sure.
So now I guess take us to now.
Okay. So
you're consulting.
Yeah,
And
so basically, I became really big in the space. 2021, end of 2020 rolls around. An aggregator raised $300 million, and then they started buying Amazon brands. And they hired a consultant who hit me up and said, we're looking for someone to train the team because we're not hiring agencies for Amazon ads. I said, cool, here's, I can train the team. They interviewed me, the founders, all this shit. Here's a proposal. It's going to cost this much. And they're like, okay, cool, but we need to make sure that you actually know what you're talking about. Run one of our brands. I'm like, okay, fair. Like, I'll walk the walk. And I know that I can walk the walk because I'm not like, a guru or anything like that. So it was me and a guy. It was me.
It's so funny, but the word guru technically means you actually know everything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking
but now it's the internet
destroyed.
guru.
It got destroyed. That
sad,
word is destroyed.
Because like, fuck.
Yeah. So it was me and one employee. And then we were in a Slack with them and we ran everything. 4 months later, they're like, we hired this agency, this agency. And they showed me and they're like, you outperformed everyone by like a lot. And I was like, shit, like that's insane. They were paying me $6,000 a month. It took me like 2 hours a week to
Holy fuck.
to just review my employees' work and communicate like, hey, daily check-in, everything's good. This is what we're working on.
That's
done.
insane.
And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm trying to make this. I was a mediocre supplement brand at best. And I'm like a fucking killer at this shit. And everyone knows me. And I know I'm better than everyone else. Like through facts. These guys have $300 million and they hired all the best agencies and we beat them. So I'm like, this is the move. And so that was May 2021. I started taking on a few clients, like friends, people who have been asking for a while for $1,000 a month. Now we're 138 clients and 60 something employees. And what is it now? Like 2023. So 2 years, almost 2 years.
That's fucking savage.
Yeah. I spoke on every stage on Amazon, like conferences, just pushing the pace, man. Like, everyone's getting tired and I'm like warming up. Like, that's who I am.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Got that dog in him.
So when everyone's fucking getting tired, I'm warming up.
I love that shit.
I love that. That's
so when do you get to meet Jeff Bezos?
Fuck, man. I don't know if you can meet that guy.
How much volume do you have to move? You know what I mean?
Right? Like, when does Jeff Bezos
like, Jeff,
know
I move 20% of your total revenue. I think
we
can
spend
have a chat.
we spend $3 million a month in Amazon ads, approximately, and I don't have an Amazon rep.
Wow.
I email the rep, she ignores me. Like, what the fuck, you bitch? Like, help me.
$3 million is nothing in perspective, though.
I know, but
how much does Amazon actually get spent a month on there? 300 million?
No. I know that
more.
Amazon made.
Billions.
I know that Amazon made last year $60 billion from ads revenue.
From ads revenue?
From ads revenue.
Yeah, so
60 B.
So they spend $5 billion a month, bro.
Yeah, right. I spend $600 million a month and then fucking talk like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
that is
fucked
nuts.
up. So yeah, I'm basically ignored by them.
Who's the biggest fish in that pond?
Who's
spending the most?
It's brands.
No. There's some agencies like.
I mean, obviously, an agency is going to spend a lot.
Channel Bakers, I just loosely know them. One of their clients was like Samsung, and they were spending like $1 million a month or something like that.
Jeez.
Even that's not that crazy.
But it's probably like Samsung.
I get it.
Samsung US, not even like Samsung Global.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like we have clients way smaller than Samsung spending 7 figures a month in ad spend, or like
on Amazon,
or like enough high 6 figures.
Yeah.
Like $600K a month. Like that's still, if Samsung's spending $1 million, $600K is
a lot. But they're spending like $1 million on branded search.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's fucking insane.
It's crazy, bro.
They're just wasting that much money, bro.
Yeah. No, and the beautiful thing is like if you run their like DSP demand side shit, they want to see.
Is that what DSP stands for?
Demand side platform. It's
that was
programmatic
shit. Is that what he said?
Demand side shit.
That's what you said, I think.
I said they're demand side shit.
no. Like DSP, demand side shit.
DSS.
So they care about impressions. Like, I'm like,
That's it.
I would love an account. I would love one person who's like, oh, we want more impressions. Like, they don't give a fuck about CPMs. They don't give a fuck about cost per click, any of that shit. ROAS.
They're just so rich, bro.
They're like, show us to the most amount of people for
Literally.
the most amount of time.
Literally, bro. It's insane.
What a blessing, bro. If we had clients like that, life would be so easy.
I know. That's what and Amazon keeps like Amazon goes to our clients and like, oh, like we'll give you, $5K in credit for Twitch. I'm like, and then my clients come to me, they're like, dude, we should use this. I'm like, are you stupid, bro? What do you think is gonna happen when I show you on Twitch? Like, you can't track anything. Like you're not that brand. You're not Nike. Don't, please, we're not gonna do Twitch. I refuse this.
Can you click on Twitch? You can't click on Twitch?
I don't know, but I guarantee you that it's gonna be like worse ROI.
The intent to buy on Twitch has got to be low. Like
but
here's
let
the
me
thing: when I'm on
challenge
Twitch,
that.
I am not trying to leave the site. I'm waiting this fucking 15 seconds until the streamer that I clicked on is actually about to play.
I'm with you, but what if it pops up in the middle of a stream and it's a dead part? It's like he's just chilling in the lobby.
True.
And a sick ad pops up. You're like, bro, it's a stream. It's not like I'm gonna miss anything. I'm gonna fucking come back in like 5 minutes.
If it's for a dope product, then yeah.
If it's like I'm gonna come back, you're in your head, you're like, I'm gonna come back in like 2-3 minutes anyways. The stream is here.
Yeah.
It's because it's so long. It's like you missing 5
You're
minutes
right.
is actually
I'm always
less
thinking of the
significant.
beginning part of the streams.
Oh, for sure. Then
Twitch
you're
has
like,
gotten
fuck it.
so bad with that shit.
Bro, Twitch has gotten bad with ads in general. Every
It's
fucking
awful.
5 minutes, there's another ad. I'm like, bro, like, but
Dude,
here's
and
the thing, the users
they-
can control that.
Yeah, but they
Like my brother
also-
would like
in
reduce
the
how many
the
ads.
fourth
Yeah.
level of
But
settings,
now-
right?
No,
but
no. It's like how many minutes of ads do you want every hour of stream time?
literally.
Yeah,
You
it's
can-
like he'll pick like my brother would pick like 3 minutes, which is like one of the lowest times. Other streamers will do 10 minutes out of 60 as ads.
Do they get paid or
Yeah,
what?
they get
Yeah.
more money,
Oh.
CPMs.
But it's like, at what level do you want to annoy your audience? And also, you might get drop off. Like if an ad
Oh,
comes,
yeah.
it's like, I'm done with the stream anyways.
Fuck
Fuck
this
it.
guy.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
You're
But,
watching
like-
a YouTube video and every 3 minutes
But
the Mind Valley. Like, bro, how much money does people have, man? Shit.
It's so
Dude,
funny.
but apparently now they've made it like a lot of streamers will do the lowest amount possible and they just use it as their bathroom break. So like I have to show at least 2 minutes of ads an hour. So I'll use all 2 minutes while I use the bathroom. Everyone understands what's going on. Boom. But now they actually like they just announced this kind of recently that they were basically like there was a bunch of these contracts that big streamers had that they were like, okay, we're done with those and we're doing a worse revenue split. But now you have the opportunity to run more ads and get paid more from the ads. And so they were like positioning it as like a good thing. And every streamer was so pissed because they're like,
I'm
really?
sure their hourly rate just went down basically. Is what
Yeah,
happened.
they were pissed.
Bro, they were offering some crazy contracts, bro. My brother had friends that were getting paid 13, 18 mil a year
That's insane, bro.
by Twitch.
That's
Dude,
like Nike.
By Twitch,
Nike
bro.
professional
That's
sponsors.
LeBron James's annual salary, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
It's insane.
That's fucking insane.
Dude, and what was the Microsoft one called again that came out for a bit? The one that Ninja switched to? Do you remember?
Yeah.
So Ninja
Zor? Is it Zor? No.
No, there was this one that Ninja switched to, and
I
he
know
had
what you're
this
talking about. I know what
massive
you're talking about.
contract.
It was stupid.
And
was it like 80 million for like 3-4 years?
I don't know what it was, but it was insane. And
It was 100 million for like 4 years.
something like
Got
that.
it.
Then
That's insane. That's
dude, like a month or two into the contract, Microsoft said, "Yeah, this isn't really panning it out. This isn't panning out. Shut the whole thing down. We're done."
and they kept the money.
And Ninja got to because
No
their
way.
end of the contract.
No
yes, Ninja's
No way,
contract
no. It
got
has to
completely
be like-
ended. He walked away with all of it.
No way, no
yes,
way, no
yes.
way.
It's like if Joe Rogan signed.
He walked away with all
yes.
of it? Bro, stop.
Yes.
No way, bro. They had to be like
Yes,
another year
bro.
paid up front or something. There's
Dude,
no way. There's
Joe
no way.
Rogan, that would be like if Joe Rogan signed to Spotify and then like 2 weeks later,
They're like,
they
nah.
shut down Spotify and he was able to go back
Bro,
to YouTube
bro,
and do whatever he wanted.
Think about it. To them, it was worth paying out this guy $100 million
Yes.
cash than to
Then
like
to shut it down and try to
then-
make it happen.
than to try to make it happen. They were willing to like lose.
how much more? How many
I'm
more?
gonna
people
look up
did
the
they have to pay
specifics
out?
really fast. It's insane though.
That's insane.
It was wild. Like,
Cash up front, bro, is fucking an insane amount of like loss. That's like
Yeah.
you just sunk cost $100 million
It-
on one
It's
guy.
nothing. Nothing for
On
them,
one
probably.
guy. What's the number?
Ninja was reportedly paid between 20 and 30 million for Mixer exclusivity deal.
Okay. No,
And
that's what we thought.
let's see how many years it was.
More satiable. Okay.
Yeah. I can,
Microsoft can take a $20 million.
30 million.
Yeah. 100 though for one guy.
What are they doing? They're doing like 80 to 100 billion a year, right?
Who?
Microsoft?
Probably.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I want to see.
I'm betting
how
on
it panned
Microsoft.
out.
Right now, I'm betting on Microsoft.
Versus Apple or what?
Okay, so
no, just like
apparently
as a stock.
Oh yeah.
this article is saying that it was a $50 million Mixer deal,
Okay,
and after a year he'd already returned to Twitch.
Bro.
So
That's
How many
crazy.
years are we gonna spend to make 50 mil, right? To get a 50 mil valuation. This
stop,
guy
bro.
fucking
I don't even want to think about it. This guy did it in a year on accident. My brother's friend, I can't name him, but he makes like 20 mil a year.
Yeah,
Twitch
and YouTube.
it's actually crazy how high level
20
your brother has gotten with everyone in that whole industry.
I know a guy
He's
making
homies
32.
with all the top people. at this
you know
point. All of them.
Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse.
Yeah,
He's he like
I don't
best
keep up with content guys.
top
Fighter,
no,
fighter.
top UFC fighter. Like
What's
he's
his
like
name?
a short dude.
he's
Like
like in the smallest
Oh,
category.
he's a short ass fucking
Mighty
yeah,
Mouse.
Yeah.
Is that
Anyways,
what they
that
call him?
guy said he was making way more money being on Twitch versus like fighting in the UFC. Like this is pay-per-view, and he was like champ, like undisputed champ for like 8. Like,
but also is
title
UFC to be
defenses.
fair. Like that was like the whole thing right now. Like the Paul brother, like Jake Paul is like slamming Dana White every day
bro,
for
but
how
not-
little he pays the UFC fighters.
But it's not about the UFC paying you,
Yeah.
like the sponsors and all the fame and everything. And
Yeah.
Twitch is
And
you're
Twitch was
making
better.
More. Yeah, you would retire from the UFC because Twitch makes you more money. It's fucking crazy.
It is wild because at the end of the day, eyeballs pay. Like
Yeah,
if you can
content.
pull eyeballs,
First of
you
all,
can make money.
to anyone listening, the UFC is more valuable than the fighters in the UFC.
Of course, man.
It's
True.
fighters, bro.
Facts.
It's fighters. It's not
They're
a fucking.
replaceable.
It's not a fucking tennis player who could be a fucking simp. It's
You're
a
right.
fighter.
I don't-
All of these fucking guys are aggressive. They have fucking alpha mentality. Like it's so easy to just fucking put 10 new guys in there, and by the end of the year, be like, I fuck with that guy. He's fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like they
You're
just
right.
get recycled, bro.
But it's
Like,
wild how much more boxers can make than UFC fighters, and I feel like
in 10 years, it's gonna be the exact opposite.
I care
think
more
so?
about
Yeah.
MMA than I care about boxing. So like
Same.
it's wild to me that the guys fighting in the UFC are
But
making
what's
less
the numbers
than the
though?
boxers.
Like, is boxing pay-per-view like each
That I don't
pay-per-view
know.
is like 50 million, and then UFC?
I know boxing.
Is like
At
a
least
million?
recently, the biggest boxing fights have been bigger than the biggest UFCs by a mile.
I think also
I mean,
it's the,
Like
the
they're like 100
boxing
million. It's like retarded.
Yeah.
with boxing. Like the names are bringing the numbers, whereas with the UFC brings the numbers regardless
Exactly.
of who's
If
fighting.
it's not Ryan Garcia
That's what
fighting,
he's
I don't
saying.
give a fuck about boxing. Just
Yeah.
an example.
Yeah.
Right? UFC, I don't give a fuck. If I know one name out of the 10 fighting, I'm watching
I'm
all
buying
5
the fight.
fights. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm buying it.
Wow,
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna
interesting.
watch all fucking 10 people beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah. Boxing is boring to me. I think so. I mean,
Agreed.
but they maybe they're pulling a much bigger audience.
Yeah,
They're-
maybe
they have-
worldwide.
They
Maybe
are.
worldwide
They
too.
They are, and it's an older audience too. Bro.
Yeah, they have
I
to
think
be.
so.
But here's the thing, but what I'm saying is in 5 to 10 years, UFC will be like the dominant one of the two.
I agree.
It'll attract so many more people, bro, too. Like as fighters, the talent pool will be bigger. The viewership pool, they're cool. They're like
Yeah.
cool. It's fun to watch. Like
It
I don't
is
know,
cool.
boxing's
Oh,
just
yeah.
lame to me. I've never liked boxing, even pre UFC. I just never
Yeah.
like. It's not that exciting because like they're like wearing gloves. It's not as savage as I want.
I
it to
agree.
be.
There's like so many UFC fights I can recall while watching it and just being like, this is fucking insane.
Like how are they still going?
Bro,
Like,
also
I
I think
dead,
the time is good. It's like 5 minute rounds times 3, and versus boxing is what? How many
It's like
fucking
14, right? 12,
rounds?
14?
25 rounds.
And like maybe you'll get a knockout. Like
It's like
maybe you get a
25
knockout.
rounds.
and they're fucking dodging the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like you can take like a bunch of hits to the ribs and be okay. In UFC, bro,
Yeah.
open your ribs once.
You're getting
Give me
you're
one
bleeding.
good punch on
you're
your
bleeding
ribs.
immediately.
It's just more savage shit.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
So that's sick. So fucking over 60 team members, 140 clients almost. What how did you do this though? Like you moved here 10 years ago from
12.
where?
From Dubai. So I was born in Egypt, and when I was 2, my parents moved to Dubai, and then I grew up there till I was
Why
8.
they moved there? Work.
money opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
work.
at that point, Dubai was not what it
was
is
nothing.
now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Actually,
We can't say nothing.
No, it was yeah.
It was like
Dubai,
But think about when he
Dubai
was
technically
2.
was nothing. Abu Dhabi was something.
Fair.
Yeah, but it
But
was
the pictures are nothing the same.
No,
Because you said you were 2.
Two.
Not when he left Dubai.
1994, bro.
I'm thinking when he
1994.
left. I'm thinking when he left.
No.
Dubai's like a road.
Yeah, it's not.
But it was booming. Like so, they
Kuwait was booming at the time. Kuwait was
Yeah.
huge at the time.
they offered him a lot of money, and my dad, I think, looked at the two options. Like, if I stay in Egypt, I know how I'm gonna end up. He already seen everyone around him. They fucking end up like shit. Or let's try
Roll
this.
the dice, yeah.
Roll the dice, and right now it pays more, and there's like it's growing, and everyone kind of started hearing about it in the Middle East, so that's why he moved, and then we grew up there. I grew up there till I was 18. Then I came to America.
Sick. So 18 being you went to college in America.
Yeah.
That's when you started.
Yeah. Well, no.
I think
when
that's the best time to start.
Start
like,
what?
Like if you're gonna be an immigrant here.
Yeah. I
Like
started in
being a
college.
freshman in college here.
Yeah.
Like it's you're not made fun of for being a foreign guy in college.
Yeah.
You're like it's almost like an
Normal.
advantage. It's like with like girls like you, people give you more of a chance because they understand. It's like more of a culture fit. Whereas I feel like in middle school and high school, it's easier to get like
Picked on.
bullied. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're not from here and
Yeah.
the way you talk and
The things that matter to them are stupid.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like in college, it's like all my friends in college who like were foreign students here all did very well because
Yeah,
they,
because you
Yeah.
might even have the perception of like, oh, I could befriend this guy from a different country and like maybe I get to go visit him in that country because I want to travel.
that's sick. He's from
You know?
Dubai.
What
That's
an
sick.
what an American white person mentality, man.
No, bro, that
You're
is
like,
how
so I
it
can
is.
just take it.
I never
Okay.
thought about that. I never thought, oh, like, let me be friends with this Spanish guy so I can visit him and
Visit
stay.
no,
Mexico.
it's not.
Andrew's different though. Andrew travels everywhere.
Okay,
It's not
okay.
the level of maybe I can be friends so I can take advantage. It's more like.
No, but you
it's
assumed he's
the-
moving back, bro.
No. But it's the idea. It's like that's
I'm
true.
kidding, I'm
It's
kidding.
the
He's like,
idea.
yeah, it's true.
It's the idea of
He's like, when we send him back.
no. But like, think about it. Like, if I think about the types of friends that I want to have, like that, I actually think about it. I'm like, it's cool to have an international friend
Yeah.
group because we can all like it's fun. Like like I'll visit you, you visit me. Like it's a cool way to live. And also, it's like, bro,
I'm with you, bro.
if shit goes down, it would be. I would much rather have connections in other countries than like only have American
I agree.
friends.
Right now,
Like,
what I'm doing, I'm trying to make not trying. I know what I have to do. I just haven't done it because I'm so fucking busy. But I'm making a Lebanese community online of like people who are actually Lebanese. I don't care where they live.
Eddie's gonna be the Andrew Tate of Lebanon.
Bro, watch. Making a certain level of either attention, income, or position in a company. Like, you know what I mean? Like high caliber people.
high level Lebanese people.
High level Lebanese people anywhere, boy, girl, I don't care, anywhere in the world, any country. I already have easily 400 to 500 people to put in this group right out the rip.
Yeah.
Between friends and like one friend each. You know what I mean?
Totally.
That they would trust. And bro, I bet you in 5 to 10 years, maybe 100,000 high level Lebanese people in there. Do you understand the power of connection?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I'm going to Turkey. Who's here? Oh, bro, I got you. I got a mansion there. You could just stay there if you want, whatever.
Yeah.
Or you can take out
Facts.
my boat. Like, there's like so much level of depth and connection. And like, hey, and does anyone have any exporting power in Nigeria? Oh, bro, I own a whole fucking freight company in Nigeria. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
when it's
That's
like,
powerful.
oh, they're Lebanese, that's like a whole nother level of.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the most valuable network. They're gonna want to get into it. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're-
from
you're
the
so
Middle
right.
East, people really care. Like, if immediately, like, I'm Lebanese, you're Lebanese, shit, we're brothers.
That's it.
Especially, yeah, if you're like abroad.
Bro, even you were just like, I'm Egyptian. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
fucking close enough for me.
Yeah.
Shit,
You know what
I
I
mean? Like, I don't
That's
even,
how it is. That's how
Yeah.
it is.
I'm like anything in like a pretty good radius. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, cool.
It's weird. It's weird because like I definitely have observed that. Like I've seen that, and it's weird for me because like I don't have anyone that I can do that with. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Where
not
you
like
from?
oh,
Where were
no
you
one's
born?
like yo, I'm white
Fucking-
too, bro. Dude, I'm fucking German, bro.
I'm
Fuck
from
yeah.
Wisconsin too, bro. I'm kidding.
No,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you're right.
Like,
Like
that's it. That's where it will stop. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm also from Kansas.
like low key, I'm like kind of jealous of that sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, it would be cool to like, you know, have that like immediate bond with someone just because we're like from the same you know, whatever.
Region,
You
speak
know what
the
I
same
mean?
language. Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It honestly, it's a huge joy in my life. Actually, now the
Yeah.
more you say it like that, it's like a strong feeling of belonging to something at a core
Yeah.
level. More than my religion, honestly.
Yeah.
by a lot. Like
Yeah, I
you
agree.
know what I mean?
I agree.
Like my region is more powerful than my religion to me. Like for
Totally.
example, like some of my closest friends are Muslims, for example. That's like not my religion at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Like,
matter.
It doesn't matter. But they're Middle Eastern, so like they have like plus 100% automatic. You know what I mean? It's like,
That's how it is, man. It's like it's something. I mean, we grew up with it. It's like you're taught like if someone's from where you're from, shit, like there's a big bond there. Like it's I don't know, it's weird, but here you don't feel it.
even though Middle Easterns are like some of the slimiest motherfuckers.
The worst.
You know what I mean?
The
Like
worst.
it's like we're like taught to trust each
Yeah.
other, and then it's like you get stabbed in the back. You're like, fuck this guy.
It's also wild because it's like there's certain areas of the Middle East that are like so affluent, it's like fucking insane. And then there's certain areas that are like so poor, it's insane.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
It's like this everywhere though.
You're right. You're totally right. But yeah, I guess like, but even like country to country wise, like there's
Yeah.
some countries that are like pretty overwhelmingly not
Poverty,
good.
yeah.
Poverty, whatever. And
Bro,
then there's some
Egypt is
countries where
crazy.
that are overwhelmingly like insanely wealthy and everyone's, you know, a lot of people are killing it.
Yeah, Egypt, like there's, homeless people like sacked on the street.
But it's all leadership, bro.
No, yeah, and then you have like mansions, and I'm telling my dad like how much for us to buy a house, like a beach house in this place, and he's like, yeah, starts at like $600K. I'm like, what the fuck, $600K, like how, like, and then he's like starts like, oh, like a 2-bedroom. I'm like, what? And it's not on the water. I'm like, what the fuck, man? This is Egypt. Like $1 is 31, 32 pounds.
Bro, it's because
Yeah.
people from outside buying in.
It's gotta be.
Bro, I'll tell you, we bought an apartment in Lebanon. We paid, this is pre-COVID. Okay, so like imagine, like for your reference of real estate pricing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We paid like 1.2, 1.3 mil for this apartment. Not on the water. It's like you can see the water. Like it's on the mountain, the first mountain past the water, you can see the water, but still not on the water.
Yeah.
So
It's
not
not
on the-
waterfront.
Like
yeah.
all of Lebanon is mountains with the water shoreline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's special. It's a great view, but it's not that special. It's a super nice apartment. Don't get me wrong. Probably 2,300, 2,400 square feet. Not even like
1.2 million. What the
1.2.
fuck?
Not
This is California prices.
60 minutes from downtown. Not like downtown. 60 minutes from downtown. Do you understand? Like
Yeah.
if we were downtown, like my friend, I have a friend who owns probably the nicest apartment I've ever stepped into. It's the top floor in downtown on the water in Lebanon. It's the top floor, and it's actually 2 floors on top of each other, both 1 floor now. So it's like,
Yeah,
it was like
double.
30-foot ceilings. It's fucking insane. And the whole floor, so 2 apartments were 1. He
Wow.
bought them both. And like that one, for reference in Lebanon, I mean, that's expensive, obviously, but that in Lebanon's worth like 40 million.
Fuck, bro.
In Lebanon.
It doesn't
What?
make sense. Who's buying this
Who
shit?
the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's
It always
insane.
blows me, away, right? But then you're like, yeah, there's all these factories that are, producing shit for 80 million, 100 million people. And you're like, yeah, there's a ton of people with a shitload of cash.
Yeah, the ones who own the fact. The only
Yeah.
there the wealth gap is stupid. There's no middle management.
Massive wealth gap.
It's like
How-
owner, poor people.
Just out of curiosity, what are those prices now? Because obviously also
Hyperinflation.
the money in Lebanon has like
I can't imagine.
inflated like crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like
let
the
me just to
highest
give context to
inflation.
people.
The
I
highest
used to go to
inflation.
Lebanon. I'd go to a nice club. If there was 12 of us, we'd at a nice club, like not like super super nice, but nice enough. Like we would pay like maybe $1,500.
All 12.
all 12, 1,500 to 2,000.
Wow.
Okay.
To get a table or something, or just to go?
Oh,
No, to get
table,
a
bottles,
table.
everything.
Okay.
We're not going crazy. If we're
Yeah.
going crazy, we're paying like 2,500 to $3,000. Okay. But we could go 12 of us for like 1,500 to $2,000, let's say. Okay. Good price at a very, very, not a very, very nice, but like nice. Like
For
DJ
12 of you. Not bad.
DJ's rooftop,
Yeah.
2,000
$100 a
people, like
person.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Last time I went, we had like 14 people at the table, and the total with tip and everything was $300. So it was funny because everyone's like fighting over the check. I'm like,
Wow.
there you go. I think we're good. I was like
300.
300, and then the money hyperinflated. So it hyperinflated 3x from that date. Now,
So
So
now
it
if you
would
went
be
there, it'd be
$100?
$100.
technically, yes.
What used to cost you $1,500
Yeah. So
Before the
how
pandemic.
people in Lebanon are right
before
now,
the pandemic? $1,500.
What?
Before the pandemic,
Before
it
the
would be
pandemic.
about 1,500.
Let me give you a reference.
So in like 3-4 years, it's gone that insane.
Oh yeah. So before the pandemic,
wild.
but it's not just because of the pandemic. It was like
Yeah.
corruption. It started
Yeah,
6 months before COVID, and then it just like
I was just saying for reference of time.
yeah. So for reference of dollars, 1,500 Lebanese was $1. Now it's like 65K Lebanese is $1. So imagine your life savings getting shredded by like 30x.
Yeah.
If you have $3 million, you now have 100,000.
That
Congratulations.
hurts.
I send my parents dollars. I don't send them.
All our team members in
Like
Lebanon
Egypt
get paid in
pounds.
USD,
Yeah.
and they're the
Wealthiest.
They support. Here's the crazy part: none of them go and like buy nice shit.
Yeah.
They support just like their family and their cousins and their aunts, for example, and like their closest friend. They help them out. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah. It's like
their
that.
money's distributed. It's like you get
Yeah.
paid like 4K in Lebanon, 3K in Lebanon. It's like
You can feed like
three's
12
going
people.
out, and you're feeding like fucking your family's family. It's like that's their priority. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to see. Like instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna go like, don't get me wrong, there's still people that do that, but like the people at least that work for us, they like. I feel bad because I see they get a raise.
Oh, win
they
like
get
a
paid
company
more.
contest and like buy a bunch of like toys and food
Groceries.
for the fucking neighbors and stuff. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
rather than buying like,
even in the
something for
Philippines,
themselves.
bro,
Yeah.
it's like
In the-
that.
yeah,
They're like, yeah, we're all of us want to donate $100 each of our check to go here for this. I'm like, damn, dude, like,
That is yeah.
fuck, like,
Yeah. Yeah. My team in Romania when the Ukraine stuff happened, they're like, hey, like, can we take 3 days off and we're gonna buy a bunch of like water, groceries, and go support. Like, I'm like, wow, like that's nice, And we paid. Obviously, we gave them a bunch of money. Said go spend it on supporting them. But it's really cool to see that, man. It's definitely like very tightly like knit.
but America right now feels like the opposite, right?
Yeah, everyone's doing their own shit. No one cares about. I mean, it feels like that.
yeah.
No one
Yeah,
cares about the person next to them.
I agree. Like on a mass scale, it feels like there's a lot of division.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, like all the closeness is in small groups, subgroups.
Yeah.
Bro, people in my building, like I get in the elevator, like no one says like good morning, nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, we live in the same building. Come on, like
Yeah. Like
let's be neighbors.
I've kind of heard like I don't think there's really this like conspiracy, but they're kind of like, this is what they want. They want you to live in a, fucking tiny home that you don't even own. They want you to eat fucking cricket protein and like, just dehumanize you and atomize you from society and like separate you and divide you so that they can control you. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's true.
it's-
That's what I would do if I
Yeah.
wanted to control a nation. Like
Yeah.
I would make sure there's enough division and they're all like focused on each other and focused on trannies becoming like the
If you want
women
to
of the
control
year.
the nation,
yeah.
but if you want to win, that's not how you do it.
Yeah.
Why do you,
That's the problem. No one's focused on winning. That's why Dubai, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, all these countries boomed is because they focused on winning.
Yeah.
And then all these other countries, Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, they don't get me wrong, there's misfortune and all this stuff.
They're
but
spending
it's 'cause
money fighting
the
each other.
But it's not the people, it's the leadership.
it's the leadership.
It's the leadership dividing the country into like 4 or 5 different like
And I think a lot of it is also religion. Like I don't know.
religion's definitely part of
Bro, they put you against it. Imagine, bro, people fighting for like who's the right God. Like, what are you talking?
it. Killing each other for it, not even fighting. Bro.
What
Killing
does-
each other.
Yeah,
for it.
it blows
It's
my
so-
mind.
it's-
Or dude, literally,
That would be
literally-
like I don't know if I want to belittle it to that level, but that's like fighting people over their preference of like
color.
their.
That's like if you're not vegan, I'm killing you.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like it's
bro?
like that extreme.
It doesn't make any sense. And like
You don't like Marvel?
I'll get I'll literally get like you'll be in church and be like yeah like and something will come up like I'm working with this guy who's like Muslim and I'm Christian and I'll be like okay yeah just be careful. I'm like what the fuck bro what the fuck? He was born like that. He was born. He's like it wasn't like he didn't go through some sort of training be careful.
He's been taught to
Yeah.
screw you over.
He's been taught to stab your kind in the back.
My closest, like half of my closest friends are Muslim. I don't even give a fuck. I've never given a fuck since I was a kid.
Yeah. It
Like
doesn't make sense.
even in us in Lebanon, the kids like didn't think like that. Like in our village, half the village is Christian. There's churches. Half the village there's mosques. It's a big road. It's like, let's say like a 5-kilometer straight road. Like the first 2 is Muslim and mosque. The last 3 is like Christian and churches. And as kids, we'd always like play with each other. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Soccer field, come over, let's play here. You know what I mean? Play basketball, whatever.
Yeah.
Never thought anything of it. Parents like always like
Divided.
Like we're like they like barely drove.
Bro,
to that side.
when
I'm
I
like,
was
yo.
when I was young, we went in Egypt. We were on vacation, summer vacation, because I was back in Dubai, and we were playing like at the swings, and then this young kid like asked, I think my cousin or something, who was also young, like I'm talking young, like 5 years old, and he's like, "You're Christian?" And he's like, "Yeah." You're going to hell, right? And I'm like, bro, what?
Like why?
What is it like? What? And this is I think this is why they're all fucked up, because America's capitalism. It's like, okay, let's do a deal. Like, this is gonna benefit us financially. Great. I don't care, white, black, man, woman.
Fair. We're not screwing each other. We're both making money. It's
Contract. Let's do it.
Yeah.
There, no. It's why are you even worrying about this stuff from 5 years old? That's why the country's fucked, I think.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
a big part of it.
But and then you look at Dubai and Qatar. They
Yeah.
were encouraging people from abroad.
Diversity.
They encouraged diversity. They encouraged different religions. They wanted people to move from other countries to their country.
Yeah, and they boomed.
Saudi held on to that for a lot longer. You don't understand, bro. Saudi, because of oil and all these other things, they were in a position, if they did what Dubai did, they could have done it bigger.
Way
bigger, better, way more money in their pockets already.
They're
like,
way more established.
way more
bigger.
established, way more technologically advanced at the time. Like, they could have done it, but they didn't. They held on to like their values and didn't want anyone to come in and break into it. So like even like wearing shorts was still not allowed.
Yeah.
Till
Women driving.
I'm talking till like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And now they're like, we want to compete now.
Yeah.
We want to become.
You can now
Westernized.
drink. You can go to the like movie theater. The cinemas were I think was not a thing, but over there
Not
it was.
a thing.
I don't know. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Bro. Even as a guy, you couldn't wear shorts. I don't think.
I don't even.
It was like
know,
that
yeah.
extreme.
I never
Yeah.
been.
My friend's
Where
a
are
Lebanese
they-
comedian, and he went to do a show, and they wouldn't let in guys because they wore shorts.
Really?
It was super weird. Something like
Yeah.
that.
Weird.
I'll confirm after for you guys, but like his name's Nemr, Nemr. He's like one of the biggest like Middle Eastern comedians. But he was telling the story about it. I was like, damn, like that's intense. Like he like canceled the show or like snuck and did some shit to like get people in. It was like I was like, dude,
stupid.
when? He's like 2019. I'm
Wow.
like, what?
Recently.
What?
Wow.
Not in 1965.
No. You think it's like, okay, 2005, 2000 maybe. No. Not even close.
Where are they building Neom? That like crazy city.
Saudi.
That is Saudi.
Saudi, yeah.
That's Saudi.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
They're really
Some wild
pushing
shit.
now because
Yeah.
they
Like, they're like,
behind.
They're
first-
pushing.
Our test project will build a mile-long city in a box. Like,
Literally,
Yeah.
bro.
what? Aren't they building the square one?
Yeah,
And then they're building the long one.
yeah. The super train goes through it, so you can
Yeah.
get anywhere very fast.
It actually sounds kind of insane. Like the top level is pedestrian only, so it's like bike paths, walking, like nice, like
Yeah,
kind of utopia. Underground is like retail. Like one level underground is like shops and stuff. Another level under that is cars. Another level under that
is there cars or is
train.
it just train?
I think the cars are like from station to station. Like you'd still maybe need to get from like one little area to another.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably more shipping and like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
last mile delivery type shit. Like Amazon would still probably have to like
Yeah.
all the retail stores still need to get deliveries and stuff. Like
That's
that's not
true.
really gonna really happen automatically by train.
Yeah, you need trucks and shit for that.
But
yeah.
like literally it's
Imagine
like
by train, just forklifts. Like,
that sounds like iRobot, you know, like when they're in the underground tunnel
Yeah.
of all the cars and she's like, "You're driving by hand."
bro, I
That's
can't
crazy.
wait till
What a
all
movie.
cars have AI in them and we can just stop driving.
They talk to each other and
Yeah.
it just all happens.
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, I can't.
And all the
wait.
seats turn so we can all face each other
Yeah.
and like hang
and you're
out.
chilling.
And I'm still gonna drive a Lambo though.
But for fun. For fun
Yeah,
when
for
you want
fun.
to.
For fun.
It's
But
like
it's gonna be
some-
hard to do that because now
Yeah.
there's AI. They're like,
You go
how are
drive in
they
your
thinking?
own lane.
You got to do it on the track. It's like
Yeah.
an
That's it.
iRobot.
That's how
They're
it's
like
gonna be. You're gonna have to take a track.
all combustion engine cars that are manually driven. You can only drive them at a track.
Is that what it was in iRobot?
I mean, John, I'm just saying that's the way it's gonna go.
Oh, that's what it's gonna
In
be.
iRobot,
For
they were
sure,
probably
for sure.
they were hovercraft type cars. so
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know what type of engine was in that shit, but I would assume it's electric.
So you moved here in college. How did you feel like Dubai shaped you like as an immigrant?
Let me tell you the story. So there's like background in there, which is why I am the person I am today. So 2 years old, I moved there. From 2 to I was 10 years old. My dad worked up in like a medical devices company, and he became the youngest like regional sales manager, whatever, was crushing it. So we were wealthy, like we were, you know, not like millionaires, but like, you know, I could buy anything I wanted. I would go to the store and I would pick anything. Like you never looked at the price tag.
And there's a lot of like, I know that was like one thing with the World Cup and stuff like that, is like how many workers live in these cities where all this crazy development's happening, and like they kind of like tuck them away and hide them away.
Bro,
in like
Dubai,
a little
definitely,
slum.
20
Dubai
people
has,
in an apartment.
Dubai is mini India, bro.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
understand.
But like you
bro.
don't
So
see
many.
that when you're visiting, because I've been to Dubai and
You
it,
do
I didn't
you do
see
if you visit business.
Yeah.
the normal places, not like the tourist places.
But your dad worked himself kind of.
No, I mean, no, I like, okay, so obviously it's a city. So there's there's everything. There's like regular businesses, there's restaurants, retail, there's construction. He was in a regular business,
Nice.
you know, selling surgical devices.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, we saw like the building next to my building, there was construction. You would see the construction people all the time. But, you know, he did well. And then he got something happened, like CFO stole money from in his division or whatever, and they ended up like closing his like branch out, and he got laid off, and then he never recovered. And basically, like he went from like, okay, I'm looking for an equivalent position, and he was too young. So, and you know, over there they care about age, and so no one wanted to give him an equivalent position. He had to work a little bit up, and he didn't want to take the pay cut, which like I'm like, bro, like come on, fucking take a small pay cut and work your way back up. He didn't want to do that, and then he started trying to do deals, which is basically like. I don't know, he would find the randomest shit. He would find a fucking pasta factory, and he would try and find like people who wanted pasta, and he would connect them and make a 1% of a $10 million deal. Stupid shit. And he kept doing that. And I was like observing, and I'm like, bro, like why the fuck don't you have the work ethic to just like buckle up, go work somewhere and work hard? And so as I saw him like doing more and more of that, inside me, I'm like, fuck, like I will never be like that. So that's one part of it. But then it was also very painful because from 10 to 18, right, my all of like adult teenage years with like girls, all this stuff, I could not afford shit. Like I couldn't go to the, you know, movie theater. I couldn't eat out that much. We couldn't afford anything because there was zero income. I'm not saying like there was a little income. Like there was zero income, like at all. I don't know how he got money, honestly. My mom worked a little bit here and there, you know, in between. Never really.
But he probably borrowed from family. And
probably. But
now that I'm a grown adult, I see how much it happens. I'm like,
it's
brothers and sisters and cousins, and like everyone's like loaning each other money when someone.
I mean,
has
I give
zero.
everyone like money now, right? And I don't think about like anything about it. I'm like, you're never gonna give it back.
Yeah,
to
but
me.
you realize how much more often it happens at a.
I
I don't know about you, but me as an adult, like seeing family friends, like people we grew up with, and then now realizing like how I didn't realize as a kid because it's not like something you think about, but like how little they have, and the fact that behind the scenes, like, you know, because you're involved or you see the conversations, like they don't have any money and someone's giving them like 20 grand to keep their family good for the year to like be able to make it. Like you don't think about that as a kid and see it. As an adult, I feel like I've been more aware to it, I guess, and realizing I'm like,
it's shocking.
Like it's shocking how much it actually happens.
Also, it's shocking because the opportunity is there. Like if someone like their husband got disabled or something, easy, okay, no problem.
Oh, everyone's stepping in.
Everyone's stepping in. But like, dude, like you're actually choosing. You're choosing like not to have a job and an income at this point. So and the
any income, bro. I'm not saying go make fucking
anything.
You know, a
literally
90K
anything.
a year.
At least
just, like,
try.
Go get like 30, 40K a year.
But no, like
I feel like anyone can get 30, 40K a year.
But you know, it's like the ego. Like, nah, that's below me. Like what do you want me to be like a regular, you know?
You want me to be a garbage man, a fucking post office
and
worker,
I'm like, bro,
work at McDonald's?
I'm
no.
like, you're not gonna be a regional manager. Like, do sales. It's fucking uncapped like commission. Go fucking sell. Nah, I gotta manage sales team. Oh, whatever. Anyways, so and the worst part about it is if I was in Egypt, it's chill, right? You like whatever. You live a normal life. Dubai, bro, everyone's spending money. You don't have to spend money. You can live a normal life. But if all of us are like if there's 10 of us here and we're all going steak, and then this and that, you're not you don't want to be the one guy that's not doing shit. So like the environment makes a difference. So I was that one guy that I was in like an international school. Everyone around me, his parents had BMWs, all this shit. They're like, oh, let's go here, let's go there, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm always lying. Like, oh, I can't because I have this other commitment. I got to go to church. I got to play soccer. And all of this is just lies so I can get out of anything that costs money.
Interesting.
So it's fucking, it sucked. And
you're how old at this point?
From 10 to 18. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to work hard as fuck. I'm going to graduate like with really good grades. So I graduated high school, really good grades. 5 APs, all 5s. SAT, I did like, 1450 out of 1600, whatever. I did SAT 2s, everything.
ECTs, what was the other one called?
I don't know.
ACT.
Oh, yeah.
I got accepted into like really good colleges. Stanford, Princeton, University of Texas, Austin. Yeah. University of Toronto, McGill, all the top shit.
McGill is...
Yeah.
McGill's like
bro,
harder than Stanford, bro.
They posted my acceptance letter of McGill in my school.
Dude, McGill's like McGill in Toronto, right?
Yeah,
McGill's stupid, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I know people
That's
that
insane.
were like gods in our school, like valedictorian who didn't get into McGill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? McGill's crazy.
Yeah. No, I did I did every single like international exam you can think under the sun to like get good grades. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to University of Toronto because a lot of my friends are going there. It's the 3rd best chemical engineering program in the world, whatever. And Canada is pretty easy for, this was the plan, right? In Dubai, FYI, it's very classist. It's not like, racist or whatever, religionist, but it's very classist. Like if you're American, Canadian, Australian, like you're making good money. If you're Arab, you get put into like this matrix. Like if you're like the Gulf country Arabs, you're a little bit higher.
Like Emirates countries.
Yeah. And then you're Lebanese, and then under it's like Syrian, and then under it like Egyptian, under it Moroccan, and then if you're Indian Filipino, you're like kind of you should be.
We made the top of the list.
You should be working in like McDonald's basically, and
it's true though. Dubai and stuff really valued Lebanese people.
Yeah.
Like they would bring like engineers and lawyers and shit from Lebanon to like
Yeah.
a lot of engineers and architects and shit came from Lebanon and Dubai.
So I wanted to beat that by getting citizenship. And I'm like, this is the plan. I'm going to graduate, go to college, work, whatever, get my citizenship, come back, make fuck you money.
Become American class.
Yeah, make 10K a month over there. Fuck you money. So anyways, that was my plan. And then I got accepted in all the universities. I chose University of Toronto. I applied for my student visa, and then it got rejected. And it got rejected in August when like college is starting. Instead of like rejecting me early, they fucking made me wait for 2 months. I'm like, fuck, my entire life is like going down the drain in front of me. I call all the other universities. Sorry, reapply next year. There's no winter semester, nothing, no transfers. Reapply next year as a freshman. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, I cannot lose a year of my life. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Obviously, in hindsight, nothing was gonna happen. Like, but bro, you're 18. Like, shit.
And you're focused on school. Like that was what you're trying to win at. You're like, that's what I'm gonna win.
And I'm like, why is this happening?
And then
to
they're
me?
like, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So I spent a semester in Sharjah, American University, whatever. It's another city in the UAE. And then finally, I transferred to America. I was desperate. I was grasping at straws. I called this University of New Haven, Connecticut, and they're like, dude,
that's how this happened.
That's how that happened. I was desperate, bro. I was at the verge of depression. I'm like, I just want to get out of here. And they picked me up. They're like, yo, we got you. Presidential scholarship, aka
full ride.
AKA you're gonna pay 14 out of the 28K a year. But the it's 14K presidential scholarship, whatever. So, anyways, they're like, we'll transfer all your credits. So basically, I cut an entire year, right, because of all my transfer credits. And I go and apply for the visa. I get it in 3 days. I'm like, after
Canada
8
just
weeks,
gave you a hard time. Bro.
Yeah, and I'm like, holy fuck, bro. This is like God. This is a line. Like this is what's supposed to happen. It's a sign. So I pack my shit. I finish my last final exam, and then 1 day later, I'm on a flight to New Haven. The first day of the semester is starting.
Wow.
So I make it.
That's your first time in America.
First time in America. I land. It's January 25th, and there's
freezing.
like 6 feet of snow, bro. They just had like a nor'easter.
From Dubai, bro. He's like, fuck this place.
And I land. I'm
Did
like,
you even have like clothes that were warm enough?
Yeah. I mean, I looked at the temperature. It said like -5. So my mom's like, "Oh, we're going shopping." I had like this big,
puffy ass jacket,
the big like gloves up to here, like the ear stuff. Yeah, she's
That's
like,
hilarious.
you know, Arab moms, bro.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
super protective. So I landed, and I'm like, okay, I know the mission, right? Get good grades, get a good job. Graduated top of my class by a lot. Like I was here, and the second person in the chemical engineering class was here. And then I get into the corporate world, and then it was like 2014 to 2018, 4 years of climbing the corporate ladder. Got my master's to get a better salary and all this shit. 2018, that was my breaking point when I was like, I'm made for something else. This is like I was. By then, I had gone like multiple jobs, 3 jobs, salary raises every single time. And third job, I was waking up, or fourth job, I was waking up in the morning 4:30 a.m. every day to hit the gym. Because if I didn't hit the gym, I don't think I was gonna make it to work. Like that, I wanted to wake up and fucking pound my pre-workout and hit the gym. That was the motivation to wake up. And then I would work out from 5 to 6, 6:15. Then I would drive 45 minutes to work for 9 hours, drive 45 minutes back, train MMA, and then sleep. And that was my life for like 2 years. And before it was the same shit, right?
When did you get into MMA?
2013.
Nice.
So I've been training now for 10 years, a little bit over 10
Wow.
years.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
You kick my ass then.
Bro, I kick everyone's ass. Who's
Yeah.
not a UFC fighter?
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I'm like, okay, Mina's on my team before fighting.
I love it, man. So, yeah, dude. I mean, that was
Holy fuck, 10 years, bro, is a long. Sorry, I'm just like
Top 1% of people that can kick our
Well,
ass.
now you're just Brazilian jiu-jitsu mainly, right? That's what I
and
see.
wrestling. Yeah. I
What
strike
about
very little.
striking?
Once a week.
So once a week over the last 10 years, though, or like
No.
Did
Up
you
until
ever do striking? Fighting?
Yeah. I fought. Yeah. It was.
Like, what'd you start with? Muay Thai?
When I started, I did everything: wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and kickboxing.
Okay.
And then I up until 2019, I was doing everything evenly. And then I broke my tooth, and then I had lung surgery and all this shit. And then and then when I fully came back in 2022, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna ease my way into it. Like, I found a gym that was near me, because I didn't want to go, because I was training with UFC fighters. I'm like, I gotta ease my way back into shit after this lung surgery. I have no cardio, nothing. And I found like 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, which is a great jiu-jitsu gym. So I started going there. They don't really have a lot of striking.
Is that Eddie Bravo's thing?
Yeah, it's a
Nice.
franchise. Yeah,
That's sick.
yeah. So, but yeah,
So
now
there's a
I
bunch
do-
of locations.
Yeah, I
It's
do.
not like Eddie's in there every day.
No. He's not there at all. He's in the downtown headquarters
Nice.
in LA. I'm in like another one, like a franchise.
That's tight.
Yeah.
So how is running an agency for you? How's it been so far? Because you've recently made a push like the last 2-3 years.
It's fucking the best thing ever, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's it's learning a lot of stuff, and it's way more dealing with people than I would like. But when it's the right people, it's like, I think because you're dealing with people, if you do the wrong people, it's fucking a nightmare. If you do the right people, it's heaven. It's heaven, man. Like, when you have the right people on your team, when you have the right clients, it's like heaven. And when you have the wrong people, wrong clients, it's like hell. So that's
But you
been a
never
challenge.
fully have the right people and the right clients.
No, never.
There's always a percentage of both that are not
Yeah.
correct.
So it's just having the right mix, or as
One dude commented, I'm sure you saw the video of me like being like, this dude left our company, whatever. It was anyone. Bro, I read the TikTok comments today for the first. I didn't even, because I don't never open TikTok.
Oh my god.
I opened it to post another video, and I saw like 160 views on it, 160K, and I was like, I clicked the notification. I was like, fuck, I'm not even gonna fucking bother. I clicked on like I read for like the first 20 out of like 150. I'm like,
is it all hater?
I realized TikTok's like 100%. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Who's on TikTok, bro?
at least on Instagram, it's
stupid
like
people.
You're
it's like,
so right.
like on Instagram, it was like there's like all these people being like, I would never work for this tyrant, all this shit, and then there's like a bunch of
Wait,
people
what
that were
was
like,
what was the video about?
And then if you post it on LinkedIn, every single person is like, agreed. This is a
Agreed.
great mindset.
great mindset, love the
your
company
pro-
culture. You know what I mean? It's, you know what I mean? TikTok,
Love your perspective on this.
Yeah.
dude, 100% on TikTok was
Mind if I reshare?
Fucking cocksuckers on LinkedIn, bro. It's a big circle jerk.
Yup. You're so right.
Fuck, man.
Fuck, what was I talking about?
The
You're saying on
comments, the
TikTok
guy
the
that got
comments
fired.
were.
No, but before that, there's a reason I was talking about.
Fuck.
People, good clients, bad clients.
Yeah. Oh, so one dude was like, I have 60 team members and I've never fired any, and now we have 300 and we've never fired anyone. If you fire someone, like all this shit, and I was like, bro, like if you have never fired someone, you're weak as shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
He said he never fired anyone?
That's why he was like flexing it. I'm like, look, with all due respect, that means you're fucking like
A pussy.
a pussy, bro.
You're a pussy.
You're scared to make a hard choice.
It
it's fucking
sucks.
impossible that you haven't had to
You're
fire
getting
anyone.
walked all over for sure.
It is what it is,
Yeah.
bro. Like I don't care what anyone
Yeah.
says. That's
Yeah.
what it is. And I was like, bro, like.
And there's a
weak.
way to be a great leader, still fire people, and you're not a dick. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Exactly.
Like,
Bro, it's a fit thing. It's a fit. It's like it's not like fuck you, bitch. Like get out of my company. It's like, okay, you're not the right fit for this role. Like it's cool.
at the end of the day, it's a relationship.
Yeah,
Like
it's
if
two
you were
ways.
dating someone and you're like, hey, this is great, you're an amazing person, I still like really like you as a person, but we're just not compatible together, the two of us. And
The
like,
work
I
place.
hope that you find the right person. You know,
Bro, from my comments, I could tell you right now who I would hire and who I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Dude, I have some
true.
people who are like don't own businesses and shit, but they're like, I don't understand what everyone's getting flustered about. This is what company culture is. This is what any
What's the
company.
video
that-
about?
we'll watch it after.
Okay,
Yeah, it's not a big deal, but it really caused a divide. I was surprised. Like all my friends who are like growth minded were like, nice, yeah, agreed, like great.
And everyone was a victim entitled.
It's not even
bitch.
that. It's I said the same words, but different people understood what I was saying differently.
Yeah.
One group of people understood that what I was actually communicating was, I want to set the tone of the culture and make sure everyone's on the same page moving forward.
Oh, I know. You're talking about when like you told everyone like come on and you said this is our company culture and if you don't like it,
You know when I did it live, I think. Did I tell you live? I think like we're still chatting at the time. I was like, I just did this. You're like, I love that.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
yeah,
or maybe not. I'm not sure. But this happened like 6 months ago. It wasn't
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
It happened like 6 or 9 months ago. We just posted the clip because I just talked about it. But I say that to say then another group of people understood it's my way or the highway, get the fuck out. Like I control everything. That's how they took the whole statement. And they're like, what, this tyrant, this, I would never, good thing I don't work for you. I was like, because I would never work for you. I'm like, thank God. What else am I going to say? But you guys know me, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like your perspective of me is not, it can't be that. It's impossible.
No,
I
yeah.
hope not.
Of course.
No.
Guys.
No, bro.
Right, guys?
No,
Right?
listen.
I'm not a
It's
tyrant.
just a fit. It literally is a fit. Like if you're not the right fit, even if you're 10% not the right fit, 15%, that's 10 or 15% of friction that's constantly happening. Like that's it. That's all it is. And so when you're like, this is who we are, this is how we operate, you're either 100% in and your life is amazing, my life is amazing, or you don't agree with 20% of this and there's 20% friction between us.
It's like
all the time.
Yeah, it's like
And there's 20% on my side and 20% on your side.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
No, 100%.
So I guess tell me about your agency operation. Like, what are some? You said you love it,
Yeah.
fully, but I don't believe that. I feel like it causes you a lot of stress too.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it used to initially, right? When issues would happen, but now I have like a really good. I mean, I have you, I have Ray, I have like a mentor, David, and so like first of all,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
yeah. I think like if you're listening to this and you feel like you have problems in your life, you just don't have the right people that can help you solve these problems, because everyone has solved my problems before, like times 100 easily, and bigger problems. So whenever like we just ran into this whole issue with like,
It's a great way to look at it.
yeah, we just ran into this issue where like we grew so fast, and my media buyers, the people who run the ads, I promoted some of them to become managers, but they were just really good, people who ran ads. They were never really trained as managers. They don't know how to, focus on systems and operations and delegation and workload management, all this stuff. And so when I put them in that role, and that's what's expected of you, but they didn't fulfill it. Now we started like, they're like, oh, I'm so stressed, I'm overloaded. I'm like, why are you stressed? Like you have like 8 people under you. Anytime you have a workload, you should immediately, like, they should be stressed, if anything.
Yeah.
Because you're pushing too much shit to them. And then you realize they don't know how to.
They should be stressed.
Right? Like, as a manager,
you
you should never be stressed because
you should have the right people to delegate to.
Yeah.
No, you should be stressed, just like not before your team is stressed.
Yeah. Yeah. Your
In a
team
way.
should stress first because you push too much shit to them, and then the overflow comes to you. And so then I realized that they were literally onboarding clients as a manager. I'm like, bro, they're like, yeah, no, because like they're working on this, so I'm gonna onboard the client and then hand it off. I'm like, your job is not to do shit. Your job is to manage that shit's getting done. And if there's problems, to permanently solve them, to build up your team, shit like that. So as soon as I ran into that issue, I consulted you, consulted Ray, whatever. It was a big issue because it made us like not pause sales, but significantly slow down our sales. And then he's like, yeah, here's what I see, I talked with you, and there we have a solution, and that's it. And so I think any business is stressful. Running an agency can be stressful. You have a lot of people, a lot of mouths to feed. Our payroll right now is like $97K a month. So yeah, I mean, I have to fucking be on point, or else like there's a lot of people that might not be able to feed their families if I fire them. So yeah, I mean, you can consider that stress, but I know beyond a shadow of a doubt I will never lose because I have all the right people and I'll never quit. So
I'm so jealous of $97K a month in payroll.
I know, man. I know.
You're like, how many employees? Fuck.
I can't even remember when we had $97K in payroll.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's
this month we'll pay $500,000 in payroll.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so much money, bro.
Yeah,
it's actually not
to people.
Yeah.
It's not like we're buying products or anything like that.
We're starting in the hole just because of the company itself. Like
Really?
we're just because we are who we are, we're starting there.
What do you mean? Like in fees. Yeah, exactly. Like technically, if no cash came in, we'd be like,
You're
oh,
fucked.
what a loss.
There was someone that I was reading about recently where like he stepped down as the CEO because he was like, I'm the biggest expense right now to this company, and it's gonna probably run fine without me. So like, I'd rather just step out of it so that the company can have that much extra value.
That's crazy.
He's like, because I'm the biggest expense.
Was that a LinkedIn post, bro?
No, I don't remember.
That doesn't sound like real.
No, it was like this. It was like the CEO of Disney. Like it was like some
I remember
shit
this.
like
Yeah,
that.
he's
Where,
probably
where his
getting, like,
salary was like millions
like
and
32
millions.
mil a year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I'd rather have
And
the
his
company
dividends
have
are like another 32, and he's like, I can save a little bit.
exactly.
I'll just take 45.
Because it was like he had already stepped down, and then someone came in for like a little bit, and then like he came back and he's like, guys, for real, I have to quit this time. Like, please don't call me back in. Like, I'm done. It was something like that. It was pretty insane. But anyways.
Yeah.
So it's been. I mean, it wasn't all butterflies, bro. Come on, for 2 years.
No. It wasn't. It was rough. So I think like one of the first biggest major issues that I had was the fact that you can't really hire talent for what I'm doing because of two reasons. Number one, there's aggregators that are going to 10x outspend me to acquire any talent that's good on the market.
They'll lose money to make money. Really.
They'll lose money. They don't care. I mean, they're funded. hundreds of millions. Like, spend that money.
Billions, some of these guys, bro.
Yeah. And then
like, imagine someone just gave you $1 billion. Like,
Right.
how much do you want as a salary? And I say, I'll give you $2K a month. And they're like, yeah, we'll give you $4,500. I'm like, all right, bro, go have a better life.
Yeah.
Go have a better life. What do you want me to say? Sell them on the vision. I'm like, bro, you can't sell someone on the vision.
2x the vision.
2x.
Yeah. It's hard. For sure.
Yeah. So that was the one thing. The other,
I think you can on 2x. Bro, here's the thing. It's like you said earlier. You said
everything can be done.
But listen, you said something earlier that's important. You said, fuck it, bro. Just like take a step down and go do that thing instead. So like technically it's not just that money. You get what I'm saying? Like I would rather go be number 10 in a company that I knew was gonna go big and exit or go public or some cool shit than be number 1 at a company that doesn't do that. Like doesn't do big shit. You know what I mean? So
or
like,
be number 9,000 in a company that doesn't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah, true.
That's my thing. Is like I don't want to go be
in Amazon
just a fucking like
exactly. I guess that's really where I was.
Even
going.
if they're willing to pay me like
example.
more, it's like I don't.
Facebook can pay you twice as much, but bro, like good luck being like
I don't have a say there.
Yeah.
Like
Good
I don't
luck
I
having
don't
purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're
bro.
just a robot, like going to work, checking email, doing a small thing.
If they could replace you with AI, they would
Like
do
this.
it in a second. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, fuck. What was I saying? Oh, okay. Yeah. So that was the first issue. The second issue was that Amazon's changing so much. So someone who has knowledge from 2 years ago doesn't really apply that much. I can train that knowledge in 30 days, based on good like training videos and shit like that. And also the knowledge out there was pretty bad. It was very unreliable because I can go and hire someone from another company and they learn shit wrong. Wrong, because it's not a mature industry.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, now I have to create a machine, like where I create these people.
And then you're worried about like I'm training all these amazing people. Are they gonna leave me and go somewhere else?
Yeah. Which is that was the other thing. It was like, how do I create a place that is like the best working environment ever? And for a very long time, I feel like I was doing a great job. Where I was like, okay, you can have freedom. This is your KPIs. Hit your KPIs. You could do it. Work whenever you want. Do whatever you want. Do all this stuff. I would raise people up fast. I would give them more money. I'm like, if you reach here, I'll give you more money. You could get raises every 3 months. I didn't care as long as you're like performing and managing more clients, doing more this, doing more that. And then now it's like way more complex, bro. Like, how do you make the like a really good working environment? People want so many other things than just like okay, freedom of time and getting paid well. And this is where I'm starting to get uncomfortable because I'm not a soft.
You're not a needy person.
I'm not a soft person. I'm like, I'm like, leave me alone. Give me money. Leave me alone. I'll get shit done. These people, like, they want all the butterfly shit. You know what? I don't know how to explain it. They want like a culture. Like my head of ops is saying like, hey man, like he attended my second town hall and he's like, hey man, like, can I give you some feedback? I'm like, sure. He's like, you always like run the town hall like this where you just speak? And I'm like, yeah, generally, I don't know, man. I don't know what else to do. He's like, we should do slides and say this week is these people's birthday. Welcome these new people. I'm like, fuck, man.
I do that.
Yeah, no. It's cool. But me as a person, I don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. This is weak shit. If I was in a conference room and they put this stuff up, I'd be like, when the fuck can I leave? And that's who I am.
I get it.
As a person. So now, like, that's where things started to get really uncomfortable for me is I need to figure out how do you actually make a work environment the best work environment. It was easy when it was
but
like...
maybe that's not your position either. Maybe you don't. Yeah. Maybe you want someone else to be the CEO and you want to be the CRO. The head of chief revenue officer. You know what I mean? Like, or like, I don't know.
I'm very open to doing anything. I know I have one goal as whoever I am, Mina, right, in the company, is to make the company more money, whatever it takes.
CRO.
That's it. Yeah, and someone else can do the bullshit, but
the bullshit. Someone else can do this stupid ass CEO position.
I think the thing also that like plays into that is like, you have an attitude as an entrepreneur, someone that like was a self-starter, all this stuff. Like your mentality was I'm not going to go work for someone else. And it's like the people that are working for you, there's pros of working for someone else and like they want to take advantage of those pros, but at the same time they need to like feel a certain way. They want to feel more secure, all these things. And like, shit. It's like it's weird. At the end of the day, an agency is just like we've said it before, but it's like an HR company. At the end of the day,
bro,
you're just managing people.
Yeah.
Like what obviously they all have unique skill sets that make the company run, but at the end of the day, like we're just trying to manage this weird puzzle of keeping everyone happy,
emotions
making
and
them
personalities and locations,
making them feel fulfilled, making sure they're doing things they actually like doing, sticking in their zone of genius where they're fulfilled and they're doing a great job. It's like it's this weird balance.
It's complex, definitely. I mean, it was when it was smaller, it was easier. As it gets bigger, I mean, you guys know this.
Bro, when there was like 8 of us in a room, it was like
easy. You get them a pizza, it's like fucking game over.
Well, there was just no drama, no emotions. Go high five.
We're all homies too. We're all super close.
Where everyone's working in the same room. Where like we see each other working.
Yeah.
We're like going. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it definitely creates a different environment. Like someone's always on a call. Someone's always like typing on a keyboard. Like,
and we all know what each other are doing. We're seeing the output. Like whereas now it's like the team is so big. Like I'm sure that Kara doesn't know what Andrea is like doing on a daily basis.
Kara and Vanessa like do not know anything that I do at all. You know what I mean? Like just for reference. You know what I mean? Like you guys sat in a room with me 8 hours on calls 2 years ago. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like nonstop in the room with everyone. I didn't give a fuck. Yeah. I was running live audits, sales
Honestly,
calls,
that was sick to see because as a small company, when you see this, when you get to hear like most of the conversations that the CEO is happening or that the CEO is having, like you get a different type of insight into like the vision and like where the company's going, and you start things that you might have never like
you start making decisions different even.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, these dots are connecting over here.
Like Eddie said that to that guy. That's how we should think too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
yeah. And that's why I do like taking calls in our like content room a lot of times too, because like even if someone's not on the call, I'm totally cool with them overhearing the conversation because I think a little bit of it will like rub off.
Yeah.
Or they'll learn a little something from it, not from a like me teaching, but like they're learning, oh, this is how we interact with clients. This is like the types of things we're saying to clients. These are the expectations that he's setting on this call, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's like a pro of the office, you know.
That is we're
having
fully
a fully
remote.
Yeah,
we don't have an office. So pros and cons. And another thing also that I really ran into a problem with is we hire a big part of our team is from Eastern Europe, and to them it's like frowned upon to ask for help. So like, yo, I'm stuck. If you solve this on your own, you're better than if you go and ask for help and solve this better and faster. And I mean, breaking that like mindset is tough. So that was, there's a lot of challenges, like definitely. But I feel like when I was doing here, I'll tell you, here's my biggest, as a person, like my biggest handicap is because I was intelligent and someone who can figure shit out. From 2018 when I first started MMA Nutrition all the way up until like when I first started the agency up until this point, I was like, yo, I can figure this shit out. I can figure Facebook ads. I can figure Amazon. I can figure Google. I can figure anything. I can figure formulations. I can figure manufacturing. I was thinking about starting my own manufacturing plant in like a little, office space just so I can save, $1 a unit. Like that's how I'm thinking. Yeah. Because I'm a person who can achieve that stuff. And then I looked around and all these other entrepreneurs who are way less, I think at least, less intelligent than I am, less capable, less like, I'm like a very good, like with numbers engineer type of, and they were like solving, and they were way bigger than me, solving problems way faster. And I'm like, how? And then I realized that they immediately say, bro, there's no way I'm figuring this shit out. Who can solve this for me? Like, because they immediately give up. Like, yo, I can't figure this shit out. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a numbers guy.
Funny, it's actually.
And then they call up.
You're kind of right.
The numbers guy, and the numbers guy's, oh yeah, blah, 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 done. And I'm like, that's my fucking handicap, and that's why I'm so much slower. Like I know,
and they're willing to spend the money for it too.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even have to spend money because. A lot of times, I will spend money immediately. I mean, you saw me, right? I spent money on you.
I spent money on you.
So
you did.
Yeah.
Worth it?
Well, worth it, bro. 10x, easily.
10x.
Easily. Whatever I paid Eddie, I'm going to make 10 times more money. Like, easily.
Hey,
yeah.
appreciate that, bro.
Hell yeah, bro.
A lot of people don't realize that. They're scared. Bro, I saw a guy yesterday was even messaging me because Will was on the podcast, and he was like, hey, is this guy legit? I see his stuff, but I know online courses are like sketchy. This is a dude that's like 30 years old. You know what I mean? Like went to college with me, like has had a good job, like super like sketch, like online stuff's like super. I'm like, bro, how much money have you actually spent on like courses? He's like, none. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna sit here and say it's sketch or it's like skepticism around something you haven't even ever fucking done?
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? If you were like got screwed by some people, I would understand.
Yeah.
Like you spent a couple grand, they fucked you over,
on
you didn't get your shit,
or whatever.
PTSD'd over it. Nothing. I'm like, bro, like
you need to experience
like,
something.
Does chocolate taste good? Fucking eat it, bro.
Yeah.
And you figure out for your fucking self.
You like dark,
so
you don't like the milk chocolate.
Grant Cardone actually posted a video about this, and he said he was talking to like one of his mastermind or his events, whatever he was walking through, and he said if you don't invest in this group or mastermind, it's not a reflection of how you value me. It's how confident you are in yourself. Because I've proven it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to say that I don't know about the stuff that I'm trying to teach you? Like, it's impossible. Like, I've done it. Other people have done it. It's here. I have the information that you need. It's you believing that whatever you're going to invest, you can't create more value for yourself than what you're paying. And it's really just your lack of confidence in yourself.
100%.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you never showed up to any calls, you never asked any questions, because what you're really good at is just asking the bottlenecks.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, bro, here's the situation. What would you do here? Option A, B, C. Here you go. Like, cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking option A too. Okay, great. Cool. We're on the same page. That's all you. That's what. Like, how much money do you open up for your business by asking 20 good questions a year?
You're so right. And like honestly, at the end of the day, when you think about how you make money, it's like the size of the problems that you solve. So like if you know exactly what the problems are, like, and you know the exact people that can solve it, that's huge. Like if you can solve people's really big problems, that's fucking massive.
That's it, man. It's honestly, that's entrepreneurship, creating a solution to a problem.
Yep.
That's it. So I saw these guys, and then when I first started the agency, I'm like, I'm not going to fall into that trap again of trying to figure out this shit. So I'm like, okay, cool. I found a mentor. I started texting. I'm like, yo, I need better agency operations. And I texted like 10 people. I'm like, do you know anyone? And I didn't text people, do you know anyone who knows agency operations? I said, do you know anyone who is in an agency that knows operations, that's been with an agency from when they were doing 20K a month up until they were doing at least 200K a month, and at least 50 people, et cetera, et cetera. I would paint like a very clear picture.
Yeah.
And it was a yes or no. I know this guy, I don't know this guy. Not like, oh, maybe talk to my friend Steve. Like, no. And so I would text 20, 30 people. 99% would say no. 1% would be like, yeah, I have a perfect fit for you. I would get introduced to that perfect person, and that's it, man. And then from there, like, I wouldn't wait, I wouldn't even think. I would be like, I wouldn't even think. I would be like, okay, this is happening in my, before I even try and like make a decision, this happened, let me ask this guy. This happened, let me ask that guy. I'm trying to start like an email, like nurturing system for my leads. I'm not gonna fucking research it. I'm gonna ask Eddie, I'm gonna ask Ray, I'm gonna ask, Ashton, whatever. 3 people already are doing email nurturing. What do you guys do? And then I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna iterate. Like, and so that's how I've been able to move like 10 times faster. So when I started the agency, like it went from, pulling 1,000 pounds, on my back to like a warm knife through butter. Like all problems solved. And it wasn't magic, bro.
A warm knife through butter.
It wasn't magic. It was literally like, if me and Eddie switched places, like we shook hands, and I'm like, and he sold this company, and I'm like, Eddie, I'm like, I have an illness, like take over Trivium. He would solve all the problems like this. So that's it. That's pretty much it. And so that's how, the agency's been way easier than anything else that I've ever done as an entrepreneur. But
you've paid to surround yourself with communities that have support in that industry.
Yeah, I pay, and I pay very fast for this kind of stuff. And also one thing that I do that I don't think a lot of people do, anything that you need, you can go on LinkedIn and okay, I'm an ads agency. Find 10 ads agencies, find that position, and then message them and say, hey man, can I please pay for an hour of your time? I'm looking for a solution to this problem. And guaranteed, if you do this times 10, 1 or 2 people will say yes. You hop on a call, you say, okay, can we do a quick 15 minutes call? I just want to make sure that you can solve it. 15 minutes call, okay, yes, this person can solve it. Go for it. Now you have a consultant for that specific thing. And that's also been super fucking like insane leverage for me, because any problem that I have, okay, perfect. Now I have a consultant that can solve that.
That's sick.
Sounds like you should charge for your time, Andrew.
I would, man. If I'm trying to start a podcast, immediately, Andrew, this is what I would do, bro. Honestly, if I'm trying to start a podcast, Andrew, how much for your time to build the whole thing for me?
Yeah.
Done. Or to lay a full plan out, and I'll do all the like work because I can't afford to fully pay you to do it. Done. And then let's say that I spent $1,000, right? Or it would have been me spending 40 hours. Totally. I know 100% my time is worth more than, 40 hours worth more than 1,000. And in that time that you saved me, let's say you do it in 4 hours, I'm doing it in 40. I would have made more money now because of the 36 hours operational.
For sure.
Yeah.
Totally.
No, it's insane. So I guess we're kind of running out of time, honestly. I wanted to go further into this too, but I feel like we'll eventually have an
Do you have to leave?
We both have to leave.
We have dinner.
Yeah.
I see.
and can't leave the ladies hanging. You know what I mean?
What time is it?
It's almost 8.
Ah, okay.
Dinner's
Not too bad.
Dinner's
not
at
too
8.
bad. Reservations.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah, there's no chance we're getting a table if we don't.
Okay. Oh, it's that kind of
It's that
reservation.
kind of reservation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's. Yeah, we can start wrapping.
So I mean, we'll have an episode 2. I'm sure our relationship goes outside of like just work shit. So I'm sure we'll have an episode 2. We end these all the same way. Unless there's some like closing thoughts you want to give.
Nah, man. I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we end them all the same way. We do a fortune cookie piece of advice. So it's like if you could go back. How old are you now?
30.
30. So if you could go back to like Mina at 18 or 22, like young 20s, like just getting into career, or a few years into career, even mid 20s, and you had to give yourself like a piece of advice that would like speed up your future life to where you want to get to, what would be that piece of advice that you would give someone?
Yeah, I think where you are now in life. So this is because I've thought about this all the time. I'm like, fuck, I wish I could talk back to this guy. But where you are now in life is a sum of the decisions that you're making. So the second that you start taking full accountability of everything, that's when your entire life is going to change. So up until, entrepreneurship, I was, life is doing this to me. God is doing, this is the hand that I was dealt, et cetera, et cetera. And then you immediately become a passenger and like a victim versus I'm like, if I'm not a billionaire right now, is because I'm making decisions that are making me not a billionaire. If I don't have a Lamborghini, it's because I'm making the decisions that are not getting me this Lamborghini. So the second that I started taking full accountability of everything in my life and then saying, if I don't have what I want, it's because of what I'm doing, I immediately start,
reverse engineering the path.
Following back, like, where's that root? Like, what am I doing wrong that's causing me to not have the things that I want? I'm unhappy in my relationship. Okay, let's trace it back. What is the thing that I'm doing right now that is causing me to be unhappy? And because I'm saying that it's 100% because of me. So it's never like, oh, it's because of that person or because of this thing or because of this country or whatever. It's because of me. And because I know it's because of me, then I have to work all the way back to what are the actions I'm taking and what are the habits that I have that are causing me to not have the things that I want. And that changed my entire life.
Fucking amazing.
That was one of the best ones, honestly.
I didn't even want to talk. I was like, let me Mina get a clip of this one. This is a good one.
Nice. Yeah.
I appreciate
this
it.
is,
that was gas.
We can reel the shit out of this.
What's the best way to connect with you?
Instagram at the Mina Elias, MINAELIAS, and then LinkedIn Mina Elias. You can email me, mina@triviumco.com, whatever you want.
Oh, you threw your email in there.
Yeah, well, because the assistant's on it now, so if you fuck around, we can delete it right away.
He's like, if you fuck around,
it's no longer my mental.
I'll tell you from like talking to Mina a lot about work stuff. Mina's very like engineering minded. He's very like efficient or it's not happening.
Yeah. And I can tell that he does not give a fuck if someone doesn't reply to him. I remember on stage at Agency Founders, you were like, I sent messages to hundreds of podcasts and I would get on it. Like, I'm like, God damn, this guy's relentless. Like, you were like, I applied to every college. I will send a LinkedIn message to everyone until I get a yes. Like, I respect the fuck out of that.
I'll fucking DM like 10 times. Like, I'll email, bro. For my, for the first time I spoke on stage, I emailed the guy and he said, okay, I'll let you know. And then I emailed him like what I would talk about and the bullet points and I kept following up like 2 times a week. He's like, okay, I'll let you know once we finalize it. And I fucked it. And he's like, okay, let's hop on a call. and then he's like, oh, okay, man. So, and I'm like, yeah, bro, I guarantee you I'm going to give you the most fucking value ever on Amazon advertising. He's like, fine, I'll take a chance on you. and that's how I got my first, like, it's
that's
not
so
like,
funny.
Oh, Mina, come speak at our event.
Yeah,
bro, it never happened. Except with you guys. Fred was like, Mina, we would love. I'm like, shit. Someone wants me to speak on the event. That's crazy.
It's working.
Fuck. I'm like, I thought I was going to have to harass you for the next 6 months.
I love that, dude.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
amazing.
Hey, that's what it takes, bro. That's what it takes to win.
Whatever it takes, man.
I appreciate you coming out, man. This was awesome. We definitely need to make a round 2 sometime, and we'll start from the time you started the agency and just go fucking deep into
deeper
operations of agencies and shit. But I think this is important. This was super helpful. Like, people need to understand like why you are, how you think, and even just a lot of the principles that we talked about. You'd be surprised most people don't operate that way or think that way. And I think I think it'll make a big difference in how they kind of like approach their life in some certain areas.
For sure. Thanks for coming, man.
I love it, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Of course. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the 4Media Uncut podcast. If you want to work with us, learn with us, or even join the team and be a part of what we're doing at 4Media Marketing, just go to our website. It's 4media.marketing. No .com, no .net, .marketing, because that's all we do around here. And most importantly, share this with a friend wherever you're listening to or watching this on. Please hit that share button, send it over to a friend, someone else that you think will get value out of this. It would mean the world to us.
And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like this video and comment down below any suggestions for future guests. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please rate this 5 stars and leave us a review there. That helps us tremendously in the algorithm world. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of 4Media Uncut Podcast.